here is the tips and tricks that I have learned over the past year of researching, of learning different things, different topics, and everything. I'm giving you all the sauce in this video, so let's go.
How did y'all find inspiration and motivation to kind of like bob and weave with all these punches that been thrown at us?
Wow, thank you. Did it meet your expectations? Like my Tinder profile?
What's good, Brandon?
You gotta show me you care. This gonna be a lot, so you need a chill. Baby girl, you're such... at the Will Show this Friday. Instead of clapping, you're just gonna blow. Hope you give it a listen. You thinking if this is even real. Better check. Hold on, we're not even gonna cap. So I thought I was gonna make like this like little skit in the intro and be like act like I kept messing up in the intro, but like, you know what I'm saying, I'm on a cool little vibe right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sending you peace, love, and light in this video. You get what I'm saying? So today's video is about tips and tricks that I have learned over the past year of my spiritual journey. So this video can really help you, you know, ascend. And I already have a ascending video, you know what I'm saying, to let go and everything. But this is some tips and tricks that you can do to hack the matrix. So if y'all ready, let's get right into it. Thank you for the likes, shares, subscribers, and comments. I appreciate y'all, and I'm sending you good peace, love, and light on this wonderful day. Hold on, you see the sun? If you didn't get the sun today, well, here you go. You know what I'm saying? But they have that fake cloud up there. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all last year. I told y'all they have a cloud like cloud machine. You know what I'm saying? That makes fake clouds. I try to tell y'all. I'm just playing. But for today's video, I'm not really exposing anything. I'm just showing y'all how to hack the matrix. So I have a lot of documents over here that I wrote down, and I'm going to share with y'all. So let's get right into it, because it's gonna be a lot. So okay, oh yeah, before I start the video, the real reason why Black Panther always does this, like that. The real reason why he always does that is because we have to understand that the circle means openness. You know what I'm saying? Love, light. You know what I'm saying? It means openness. But the X symbolizes death. It means, like, you know, when people cross their arms, they be like, you know, energy can't flow to you. So that's why when they do that, it symbolizes death. And guess what? In ancient times, pharaohs and etc. always does that. That's why when you die, they have you like this, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, like that, because it symbolizes death. So the real reason why, you know what I'm saying, everything is astrology, everything is numerology in the universe. So that's why Black Panther always does that, because obviously they know, you know what I'm saying, they can't really, I know it kind of hard to believe, but you know what I'm saying, when a celebrity just randomly dies, there's like a hidden message into that, you know what I'm saying. We just have to like dig really deep into it. And you know, just like the Kobe joint, we already know that was like, you know what I'm saying, planned and everything. Just have to do your own research, you know. But that's why he always does that. And then that's why he was so mad that entire when people be like, oh, can you do the pose, because it keeps blocking off energy flow. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get right into the video. Okay, so 2020 is, oh yeah, before I get to the tips and tricks, 2020 is the year of, is the war, end of the war. We already know that. You know what I'm saying? The apocalypse, the everything. So 2021 is the beginning of the new world. So it's year one. That's why they came up with 2021, because the one is really year one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know that, if you didn't know that. So light bodies, energy, sun, these beings can't handle if you can't find the truth. So you know what I'm saying? That's why it says they can always feel like burning. You get what I'm saying? So these beings can't handle the sun. That's why they have you know, like those underground bunkers where they keep kids at and everything, because once that solar flare hits, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? They know astrology, so they know that was gonna happen. So but not a lot of people know what's going on in December, so it's like y'all just gonna have to wait and find out. So oh yeah, there's like some exercises that I'm gonna be showing y'all. So like we have to remember this is the matrix. Everything is in reverse, everything is backwards. You get what I'm saying? So walking back, arms, spine curved, you'll, oh yeah, okay. So like running, right? You know, hold on, let me show y'all. I'm about to do some demonstrations. So you know how running is like this, people running like that, right? It closes off your energy, it closes off your heart chakra, right? So when people be running like this, they use all their limbs, they use all of their body to run like that. That's why so many people, like, that's the proper way to run. You get what I'm saying? But they look at these people who run like that crazy, because you know what I'm saying, it's just different. But running like this is unnatural. Even walking straight, you know what I'm saying, everything in the matrix is face. So like if you want to learn new information, you can walk backwards. You get what I'm saying? Just walk backwards. And then you know, squat like kids. So like, you know how kids are like the most woke out here. You know what I'm saying? You have to like get on your knees like that. You can get on your tippy toes like that. You can what else? You can like squat like this, play with the grass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the real way to like sit down and stuff. Because if we sit down like, you know what I'm saying, how they taught us, it really just blocks off the energy flow, and it blocks off we don't have to use, it's like we don't use all of our body. So our upper body is just being used, but our lower body, which is the feet, controlled by the feet, isn't moving. The upper body is moved by our hands. Our hands are very special. You get what I'm saying? So that's why animals always be walking on all limbs, and then that's why animals be having bent knees. So when you walk, you should bend your knees. You know what I'm saying? And then walking like animals, you can be like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you can like walk like that. You know what I'm saying? Or run like that. It'd be like so fun too, to be honest. We're not even meant to sleep on beds. It's not natural. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays we have to go back in ancient times and sleep and do what they do, what our ancestors told us. So what did the ancestors do? They slept on bed. They slept on the ground. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people sleep on their sleep on beds and everything. And then when you come to a realization that they all have posture problems, they all have back problems, because they've been sleeping on bed so long. When you sleep on a bed, the cushion, goes where your spine is. So you're always working out your muscles. The muscles doesn't have time to rest. So if you sleep on the floor, then your muscles get a chance to rest, and your spine is working out, so that would have a stronger spine and stronger back. Get what I'm saying? So important to sleep on the floor. And you can like put like pillows and blankets down, you know what I'm saying? What I do, I put a blanket down, then I then I have a blanket on top. Yeah, that's what I do. But I mean, do what you want to do. So yeah, they legit you just using their flesh and muscles to support their weight. That's why so many people have hunchbacks, bad posture, you know what I'm saying? They sitting all day, they sleeping on beds, so you know what I'm saying, it's all bad, you know what I'm saying? So right-handed people, you should start doing stuff with your left hand, and your left-handed people should start doing stuff with the right hand. You know what I'm saying? So you can activate both of your brain hemisphere. If you only do with your right, you only activate your left hemisphere. If you only do stuff with your left, you only activate the right hemisphere. So if you start doing both with both arms, you activate both hemispheres. So important. Oh yeah, here's another thing to activate both brain hemispheres is like if you like pull down on your earlobes. If you pull down on your earlobes and like massage your ears, then that's another way how you can activate both of the hemispheres of your brain. And then next, the real brain is the digestive system because of blood. You know what I'm saying? Blood flows through your brain, blood flows throughout your whole body. So what you eat gets into your digestive systems and goes through your brain, you get what I'm saying, and your heart. So it's really all about what you eat and everything. Everything in your matter is made up of water, food, and gets transferred into water. It clogs up your small intestines because of heartburns. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be eating fast, a lot of people be drinking fast, a lot of people are distracted while like eating and everything. We're really meant to, when we eat, we're really meant to like actually use our teeth and like actually slow chew our food and really focus on the food, because food is information. It can give you downloads and everything. So if we like start eating fast, like, you know what I'm saying, eating so much fast and like watching something, so your focus is on that, and you just like keep eating. So that's why so many people are so hungry all the time. So many people be having like 3-4 meals a day. It's like y'all gonna learn today, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the whole body is represented by your face and skin because it's the biggest organ on your body. So your third eye and center of the forehead is a hologram, doesn't connect with anything else. So your third eye is really important that you work on your third eye, because it's a, like, you know, like a hologram, so it's like by itself. You can't like work out your arms and then have it automatically work out your, like, you know what I'm saying, you can work out all your bodies, but your third eye is special, you know what I'm saying? So you have to work out your third eye in different type of ways, you know, and then you have to open it too. So you can create pressure and stimulation for the body, definitely for your pineal gland and your third eye. So what I usually do is, like, you know what I'm saying, you can do this, like push like a little hard right there, and then if you like, you know, put your forehead to the ground, you can do that. Or you can do like lay back and then have your head forehead pushed to the bottom. You know, you can do that type of stuff just to activate and stimulate your third eye. That's a fact. So your body is like a oh yeah, that's what I showed you. Did you know that your knees and your legs have chakras? You get what I'm saying? Everything has chakras in your body. You get what I'm saying? So you have to yeah. So keep knees bent, sitting down. Oh yeah, I already show y'all, because you know what I'm saying, it'll be no gravity. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know how you guys meditate, but like you can do like crisscross, or you can you know, do the what you call it, the lotus pose. Or if you're trying to find something else, you can like on the balls of your feet and meditate like this. Or you can do like, you know, martial arts, how they do like this. You can do that, and different type of ways. You get what I'm saying? Just different ways you can try it. Let me get some sun. So yeah, I showed you that. You can actually drink from your nose and your pee. So yeah, did you, like in ancient times, right, if they didn't have water, they drink the pee, and the pee is full of, you know what I'm saying, not toxic items, you know what I'm saying, because they obviously put poison in the water, they put poison in the food, you know what I'm saying. Food, I'll be talking about this later, but like legit, when you leave in the 3D physical world, it'll feel like food is like legit, just like, you know, like just lowers your vibration, you get what I'm saying. Definitely if you eat fast. So everything is alive, everything is beautiful. So yeah, you didn't see that. So yeah, so people be drinking their own pee to you know, because it has nutrients, you know what I'm saying. Definitely if you eat healthy and everything, you can like straight up drink your pee. But if your pee, if you be eating unhealthy and stuff like that, and your pee is like mad yellow, don't be drinking that water. Don't be drinking that, because you're just putting that toxin right into your body. All right. Working out muscles can burn them out and damage it, and now, you know, feeling the burn at a gym, you know what I'm saying, you're just tiring out your muscles, and then when you go home, you lay on your bed, which you already know works out your muscles even more. So it's like, dang, like your muscles doesn't get a break, you know what I'm saying. So it's just always on go. That's why so many people have back problems, you get what I'm saying. That's why they have so much heart problems and everything. So an exercise that y'all can do is you can hug and hold a tree and squeeze it. So like okay, so say if this is a tree, right, so you're gonna hug it and then like have your legs like around it, you know what I'm saying. So you can do that, and then that's a good workout to do, and you can connect with like the trees, nature, and all that good stuff. Get what I'm saying? And then it's so important to grow out your hair too. Also, you know what I'm saying, growing out your hair is really, your hair is antenna, so it connects you to the spirit realm. So if you keep growing out your hair, taking care of your hair, you have better chances to connect with the spirit realm. Straight up. All right. Next. Oh yeah. So like, I don't know how you guys sun gaze. So like, and another good way to sun gaze, if you are having hard times trying to connect with the sun, you can do like the martial arts pose, and like have your like knees like this, and just like take up the sun like that. You know what I'm saying? If you are having hard times connecting with nature. All right, next, the astral bodies work with our bodies just like how the sun works with the earth. So the astral body is the 5D body, which legit helps us, you know, connect with the spiritual realm. So just like the sun helps the earth, our astral bodies helps us to elevate ourselves to go to the next level. The astral body is stationed in our gut, and it uses our chakras to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So pumps of blood doesn't only come from your heart, it can come from our hands energetically. So our hands are legit like wands, you know what I'm saying? We are like the real magicians. So whatever you can cast spells with your hands, words or spells, text messages or spells, all that type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? People be doing some dark magic with their hands. You get what I'm saying? So it's like so important to take care of your hands and really know. Phone radiation can affect our energetic form. So this phone right here, I see you. This phone right here, it has a radiation. You already know the new technology and everything be affecting our, ourselves. So like the more you stay on your phone or technology, it just gets right into your electromagnetic field and goes through your body. You know what I'm saying? And it's like really like AI and everything. And I know they trying to make y'all into machines and everything. So it's so important to, really do what you need to do so you won't come into like a cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a vibe. A body is actually what a mind is, not different from the subconscious mind is your body. So it's like your subconscious mind is your body, and your body is actually, the mind is actually the body. You can tell by a person's image and their character how they're feeling on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I can just, you already know we have superpowers. So I haven't told y'all yet, but like I've been seeing like, I already told y'all like I've been seeing like energies and everything, that good stuff. And then now I can like see in the dark. I can like you know how the left eye is the heart of the soul, so I can just be looking into people's eyes and see what they're going through, you know what I'm saying, without even them talking. I feel their intent, I feel their energy, I feel their vibe, you know what I'm saying. So that's one of our superpowers, you know what I'm saying. Your body is everything, talks to people, everything's subconsciously, just like body language and just like what I said. Yeah, I said Matrix is in reverse. For the like the how people like the Jesus characters, that's really the chosen ones who are spreading the knowledge, spreading like what's really going on and everything. So like we are like the real Jesus, yeah. But there's too much Jesuses out here, you know what I'm saying? So in ancient times they were naked. So I know I sent some people are so disconnected to the like Kundalini energy and everything, so it's like really affects them. But you have to really understand that in ancient times they were legit like walked around naked with like maybe like tribal outfits and everything. But you know what I'm saying, it was like their normal realm, and we're going back to that because the matrix is crumbling. Remember 2021 is year 1, so it's point. The body does what it does on its own. It's like its own life. The absolute or the subconscious reality, less than 1% of the mind is an illusion. You get what I'm saying? Everything is illusion. We only see like 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, so we only see, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit. Just imagine when it goes up to like the next percentage and everything. Once the DNA gets a lot, you better start seeing all type of energies. The true reality is now. That's why so many people are saying stay in the present moment. Body uses ego to know what's going on in the subconscious reality. You know what I'm saying? Some forms of light can only travel through air particles. So so glass filters out. Say if you have like water, right, and you want to electrify your water. So you have 2 cups, right? Pour water in a cup, and then just keep switching glass to glass with the water. This allows the life, the prana, get in between the water and electrifies it. So once it electrifies it, it can bring you knowledge, it can bring you joy, it can, you know, like water is real, you know what I'm saying? Water is alive, just like this grass and everything. You get what I'm saying? The glass filters out the sunlight, so yeah, the glass filters out some like sunlight. I mean, for the people who like sun gaze with inside of their house, that's like still good, but it's so different from actually sun gazing outside and getting like the nature. So since I have like glasses, I usually take off my glasses when I sun gaze. You get what I'm saying? At this point, I can see in the dark. I don't barely even need my glasses anymore. I had this like realization that like because like my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. So you know how in Spider-Man 2, when like right after Spider-Man 2, right after he saved Mary Jane from Doc in that restaurant, he cleanses up and takes off his glasses and drops them. That's how I feel. And I told y'all, once I unlock these superpowers, I'm about to be swinging on some trees just like Spider-Man. I'm being honest. So being more darkness. So you know, we come from darkness. We came from dirt. We came from star seeds. You know what I'm saying? And the star seeds come out at night. So once you be more in light and dark, it really activates your pineal gland, and it helps penetrate the energies and the vibrations that you see and everything. So that's why it's so important to you know, that's why some people is like stargaze and everything, because they can feel that type of energy. I mean, like stargazing, which is like really Anunnaki gazing, is really important, and it's really like beautiful and everything. School forces us to use our eyes improperly. So we actually talk, speak, listen, and read improperly. You get what I'm saying? So we use our eyes. They have told us in school to use our eyes to like look down, keep reading, but we have to like stimulate our eyes and really elevate our eyes to the next level, because our eyes are the soul of, or the heart of the soul. It goes through the soul, you know what I'm saying? You can see energies in people's souls. You know what I'm saying? So it's so important. Any logical thinking, brainstorming, etc. turns your alpha waves to beta waves mental effort. Once it brings you mental effort to do something that you don't want to do, like problem solving, brainstorming, just like how they do in school, they make you go into beta waves, you know what I'm saying, not the alpha phase. Move your body in one dynamic unit. So just like how I said, with like the running and everything, use all of your body, not just your upper body or lower body. Use all of your body to you know, work out or move, just like how babies does, you know what I'm saying? Babies are really woke out here. So, you know, do what babies do. You know what I'm saying? You have to go back to that state. Subconscious minds move the body one unit at a time, but the subconscious mind moves it in one unit. That's fact. Sun gaze during the day and stay in dark during the nighttime. I kind of already talked about that. Because, you know, the light penetrates all like the artificial light. That's why when you have babies, they already inject you with all these shots and put you under an incubator, and the incubator has so much like light that it penetrates your third eye, your pineal gland. That's why they the temperature meters, that's why the UV rays are so harmful for the pineal gland. That's why they're pushing that agenda, so it can affect your pineal gland, your third eye. Universe isn't linear. It's all determined by energy, by now. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, saying like if we had like a mass, I know so many people are doing like mass meditations and everything, and if people continue doing that, it really affects the earth in a positive way. So if we have the right intentions going into it, we can really change the future, and we can make, you know, that December 21st event, you know, happen even faster. You know what I'm saying? So it's really connecting with like the ancestors, the universe, and the Anunnaki and all that good stuff. I already said this like in a past video, but like have a water birth. Don't bring these babies to doctors, because these doctors gonna, once you have a baby in the doctor's office, they're gonna inject them with all these vaccines and everything, put them under an incubator and all that type of stuff, so they're gonna be all messed up. You know what I'm saying? So what if you have a water birth, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to inject the baby with all that type of stuff, and you can put the baby in the sunlight and get that sun radiation from their pineal gland and the third eye. When you have your head down, that's when ego brings thoughts. But when you have your head up, that's why you can contract information. So like, say if you know how people like feel the energy, so if they walking by, right, and they have their head down, slunched over and everything, you know they're going in you know they are having like a bad day, a bad time, bad energy. You know what I'm saying? But if there's like people who like stand up straight, walk confidently, looking forward, you know, they having like a good day. So once you drop your head like that, then negative thoughts goes up in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just your body is your mind, you know. LSD, DMT, shrooms, ayahuasca, psychedelics, that's helps with like seeing the spiritual realm, you know, different ways, you know what I'm saying, seeing things that you can't really see in this realm. So, you know what I'm saying, if you want to do that, you know what I'm saying, that's dope. Start putting dirt or like soil in your face, mostly dirt. If you put like dirt on your face, it really connects you with like nature and everything, so that's pretty cool. Not even, oh yeah, we're not even meant to take showers and smell, because it's really toxic to the brain. So say if you just sun gaze, right, you did like an hour sun gaze, then you went and take a shower, you just legit, it takes 3 to 4 days to have that sunlight absorbed within your body. So say if you already take a shower right after you sun gaze, so that means you're scrubbing off all of that sunlight off of you. So you legit sun gaze for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Sun gazing provides us, downloads information, connects us with the ancestors. So you're just legit like scrubbing them away. Get what I'm saying? And then we not even meant to like take showers like every single day, because first off, if you use hot water, then the toxins and the fluoride gets into your body. But I mean, like, cold showers are better, but like even with cold showers, it's still like scrubbing off information that you learned. You get what I'm saying? That's why so many people loses their information once they take a shower, after they sun gaze. You get what I'm saying? So we really don't even have to, like, we shouldn't even be smelling bad. You know what I'm saying? It's really just you are what you eat at the end of the day. So if you eat toxins and you sweat, then you're gonna smell. You know what I'm saying? But if you eat healthy, then you sweat, you really ain't gonna smell like nothing. You know what I'm saying? we don't even really need deodorant either, because you know what I'm saying, we should be just smelling like natural. And when I say natural, I'm not just saying like awfully, I'm just talking about like no scent, you know what I'm saying? Unless you want to use like a awfully like deodorant, or like a homegrown deodorant, because they be doing stuff to our deodorants now for a while. Sunlight for crystals and chakras and water. So like if you have crystals, chakras and all that, I don't know if you can see, but up there, last night I just put all of my chakras and crystals in salt water, and after I put them in dirt first, like soil, and then like mix it together, and then put it in the water, and then have them like the sun, the stars, the Anunnaki, gaze it and energize it. And now I'm just like letting the sun energy hit it, and then I'm gonna save it under night so we have a recharge. So chakras and crystals are important too. Eating creates blockage in your body and lowers your vibration. So like I said, so your soul doesn't need food. Your soul doesn't need food. So if I know I said this in the Facebook groups, but I said who else doesn't feel hungry or tired anymore, because we're leaving our 3D physical body and we're going to the 5D astral body, and our souls doesn't need food. So, and the soul never is tired, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes it just like lowers your vibration, definitely if you eat unhealthy and if you eat fast. But if you do eat, I like practice eating slowly, like, you know what I'm saying, like that, you know what I'm saying? Just eat slowly and like really try to focus on your food, because it can give you like a lot of information, definitely if it's like healthier foods. Yeah, I already talked about that. And you won't even be hungry. Like if you eat slowly, you're not gonna be hungry, like straight up. You can legit go from having 3 meals a day and now having like 1 meal a day, you know what I'm saying? Then after that 1 meal a day, you can legit not go on a fast for like a week with like no food, and like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to try a dry fast, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty dope too. Open your body up, you know what I'm saying, so the energy can flow through you. If you're like closed off and like this, like it just blocks you off to the energy, you know what I'm saying? That's why so many people do this to get the sun energy, does that, get all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let me get back into the sun. All right, there you go. So yeah, where was I at? Oh yeah, like even with people like opening up their mouths, you know what I'm saying, the prana is just going in and out, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep your mouth closed, like it just like nothing goes through, you know what I'm saying? Flows in and flows out. Oh yeah, I said this in my yoga channel, but definitely definitely the time to lower your debt and lower your you know what I'm saying, you're really trying to detach from the matrix at the end of the day, because you don't want to be attached to this matrix, you know what I'm saying? It's really important to let go and like really detach, because this world is crumbling, you know what I'm saying? We go into the 5D, and you don't want to be having like attachments to the 3D world, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crumbling, you know what I'm saying, unless you want to stay in the matrix. So massage your body and your ears, because your ears are so important, because that's where you can hear stuff. That's when you can hear that the matrix, the ringing of the ears. That's where you can you know what I'm saying, it's so important just to massage your body, because stretch consistently, because your body is your vessel, your body is your soul. Also rub your belly, you know what I'm saying, to activate that sacral chakra, you know what I'm saying, solar plexus chakra too. You know what I'm saying, that's pretty important. Blink your eyes a lot and not drain your eyes and strain your eyes. So I know a lot of people are looking at technology and everything, looking at the computer and their phones all the time. They just keep scrolling and everything. It really damages your eyes. Definitely if you don't blink a lot. So it's so important to continue blinking a lot and take breaks from this artificial intelligence, this IT type stuff. You know what I'm saying? The magnets of your bodies are your palms and your bottom of your feet, and that's the main ones to get exposure to the sun. So it's so important to you know, sun gaze like this. If you put your palms up to the sun and your feet up to the sun, it really, your feet, the bottoms of your feet and your palms are magnets. So if you sun gaze, then that sun energy is going to your magnets, so you can attract better things, more positive things. So have fun and enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be too serious, because at the end of the day, it's just a big joke. The Matrix is a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's just a simulation. You know what I'm saying? You should have fun. You know what I'm saying? Don't take life too serious. Don't care about all the, I don't like what they said, she said. I don't, but at the end of the day, do what you want to do, because it's your life. You shouldn't be, you know, government means governmental, so you can't have people govern your mental health. You know what I'm saying? You should make your own decisions, do what you want to do, and live your life. You know what I'm saying? It's so important to live your life. Because once that Anunnaki blows up the moon, which is the space shuttle, man, listen, that reincarnation, that joint gonna end. You know what I'm saying? That's why the moon is really the space shuttle. So when we die and we see the light, it's really the moonlight. So the moon comes in, and that's how we reincarnate and come back here. But that's why they always say, like, if you see the light, turn around and go to the darkness, so you won't have to come back and do this all over again. You know what I'm saying? But everything happens for a reason. A lot of the chosen ones on the new Anunnaki are coming down here and helping the planet, because, you know what I'm saying, we are gonna be the new Anunnaki soon, and we're gonna really change the world. You know what I'm saying? We got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna on the intro, I'm gonna put in a clip with Young Pharaoh and Spiritual Soul. Liquid energy flow, I talked about that. Oh yeah, for the cup with the water, do that like for a few minutes, or a few seconds. I mean, oh god. Hands are connected with brain magnets, like I told y'all, like swans. You can cast spells with them, but I mean, like, people can cast spells, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are soulless beings and do dark magic, so you better, like, watch out for your energy, and because it's so important. Oh yeah, I told y'all it's gonna get colder out here, and I told y'all Pluto is coming back, so that's really pretty much means coldness. So definitely if you live in the north, it's gonna get colder. You know, the cold air agenda, the wind agenda, you know what I'm saying? But the sun is getting brighter, so I'm not too phased about it, you know. Talked about that. Your eyes are your kidneys, so stare at the sun and it will help your body. No glasses when you sun gaze. So I know, like, a lot of people are saying like, don't sun gaze and don't get the sun, or when December 21st hits, don't get the sun radiation, and like, it's just like program fail. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because definitely if you're melanated skin, we have to realize the sun is actually black. The sun is actually melanin. So if we can consume the sun because we are the sun. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people are saying when that new radiation hits on December 21st and the sun comes in with the new radiation, some people are saying like don't get the sun and everything because it's gonna burn. It will only burn if you legit are not taking care of yourself, if you're not awoke at this point, and if you're eating unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? But since, say if you do that type of stuff and you have some type of melanin in your skin, then you'll survive, bro. You're gonna survive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or go. You know what I'm saying? But that's why some people say like, oh, some other races can't handle the sun. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, worry about yourself. If you're melanin, you're good. But just start eating healthier and really know the truth and really get the sun. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get this. When I say get the sun, actually like you know, sun gaze. You know what I'm saying? So many people think they get nature and they get sun by just taking a walk or like walking their dog or whatever. Like, no. When people say get nature, we're talking about like peeing in bushes, hugging trees, kissing, well, listen, kissing grass, putting dirt on your face, walking barefoot in your in the grass. We're talking about like that type of stuff. Like, we're not talking about, oh, just sun gaze when you just make a video, or like just sun gaze when you taking a walk. Like, most people still have those shoes on, you know what I'm saying, or flip-flops on. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. So yeah, I told you about that. The future and dreams is based on how you sleep and what you consume. So we already know what you consume between the senses, and you know, once that December 21st hits, we're gonna elevate our senses and elevate them to the next level. But our senses, because you know how I said that they beat us to it, so that's why they made our senses and our DNA at 1% and not 100%. So that's why when you consume things, that jeopardizes your dreams and your future. So if you keep eating unhealthy, you're gonna have these weak dreams. You know what I'm saying? A lot like weak dreams. So like a dog flying or whatever. But if you eat healthier and really take care of yourself, then you're gonna have dreams that tell you information and everything. And I know so many people are like legit weak in this society. Like, so many people are so gullible. So many people are just yes people. Like, they just say yes to everything. I put this on my SmoothDoubleB Instagram post. Like, people are just so like consumed about like saying yes, yes, yes. Just like they don't have their own opinion. They don't live their life for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They live life through other people. So a lot of people are just yes people, and a lot of people don't really have that chance to actually experience life for themselves and do stuff for themselves, you know? And they just weak because a lot of people are just all talk, you know what I'm saying? In songs, these rappers, these songs, they be talking about killing and smoking and everything, but they really ain't about that life, you know what I'm saying? Even 6ix9ine said, like, all these people who be talking about killing and everything, they really are not about that life, you know what I'm saying? They just make music to dumb down the planet and to have you or that person actually do those type of things, and they get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Just like how I said, when they say like when they say like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, then these people out here doing drugs and alcohol thinking their favorite superhero, like favorite rapper or favorite musician is doing that type of stuff, when they don't. They just dumbing down the planet. Touch and your senses can be able to send and receive thoughts. So that's why I always like touching things, you know what I'm saying? But in the Matrix, now they're making it a contactless society, so you can't even touch everything. People out here, but it really be the black community. The black community is legit the scaredest people of this type of stuff. It's kind of crazy how they be toying with us, you know what I'm saying? But now they're making a contactless society, like a cashless society. So if you touch anything, people have gloves, people, they know, spraying everything, you know what I'm saying? They're making it a contactless society, so you can't even receive and send information to yourself and really understand different type of things, you know. Already said massage your body, dance just like the planets, you know what I'm saying? How the planets go in a circle, you know, dancing is really can up your vibration, you know what I'm saying, all that type of good stuff, you know. It's just massage your body, all parts of your body, and you know what I'm saying, just connect with nature, eat healthier, blah blah blah. Hot sand at beaches can help your mind and body to circulate your body's energy. So anytime you're in a anytime you're in like a unpredictable type of state, it just sends you like different like information. So since your feet is touching on hotness, and the hot is like the sun, so it sends you information, if you didn't know that. Heat opens your body and expands your DNA. So that's when the gamma ray hits, you best get the sun, because it's gonna expand your DNA. So because this is the most physical we ever been in this universe, so the more condensed you are, you know what I'm saying, the density is so small, but once that heat hits, you know what I'm saying, it expands our DNA. That's why so many people say drink hot water, or like hot water, because it can expand your DNA. Deodorant can clog up your heart, you know what I'm saying, connected your armpits, so that's so important to like, you know what I'm saying, pat your armpits or anywhere that you have hair, definitely pat it up. Reality powered by scent, you know what I'm saying. Already saw that, told you that. Get to a point where you don't even feel like eating anymore. Like I said, you're leaving in the 3D. I just have like two more. Scrubbing your body in showers is like cutting down trees and grass. You know what I'm saying? Just think of like you sun gazing. Just think of your body as like grass, and the sun energizes the grass, so the grass grows taller and taller. But when you go take a shower and scrub it off, it's like you're cutting down the grass, so the grass is now smaller and now has less information. It's just like your body. Start fasting a lot and don't feel like you're hungry anymore, because at this point, by now, people should be eat at least 2 meals a day, not the 3 meals a day. People just have to learn how to eat slower, you know what I'm saying, and really focus on their food so they won't be hungry anymore. To really build immune system is getting the sun. That's why they always say don't get the sun, or you're gonna get sunburn. It's all lies, like we in the Matrix. Sun gaze, back then, you know what I'm saying, in ancient times, they've been sun gazing for hours. They've been meditating for daily, you know what I'm saying. Have to unlock the holes in your eyes to receive information. So if you didn't know, if you sun gaze enough, then you'll create these holes, these portals in your eyes to receive information and can see through people. That's our superpower, but you just have to keep getting the sun. There's different levels of consciousness, so like one, you know, there's levels to everything, just like grades, you know what I'm saying. Some people with this spirituality, with this type of information, some people are like on grade 3, some people on grade 2, some people are just waked up and just on like pre-K, you know what I'm saying? It's a progression, you know what I'm saying? So it's so important to stay on this journey and learn as much as you can, and don't act like you're so knowledgeable, because everything, we can learn so much from everyone, you know. We can put lemon in the water, you already know that's honey in the honey in the water too, that's good. Black seed oil, chlorophyll, spiritual baths, put stones and crystals in dirt, like I said, breathing techniques and deep voice techniques, you know. For the breathing techniques, you know what I'm saying, before meditation, before anything, you know what I'm saying, you can just, you know, breathe a little, then breathe like hard, and then just hold it in, and then just, you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, another thing, like the deep voice, you can be like A-E-I-O-U, you know what I'm saying, to project it. So since your hands are magnets, a lot of people are saying like clap your hands like intensely for a few minutes, like for 10 to 15 minutes, and then stop clapping for 5 to 10 minutes to be like this. It really makes the energy flow through each side of your body, for the upper and the lower. Empty bottle before you start clapping though. Music frequencies, high alkaline foods, and fast, you know what I'm saying. You already know the frequencies of different hertz of music and everything. Less artificial light in social media. Give thanks and grateful and thankful every single day, you know what I'm saying. Give your thanks to the universe, to your ancestors, to Mother Nature, to your inner world, your higher self, you know, all that type of good stuff. Full body stretches, and fight with the ego, not against it, because you can never really have your ego deaf, because your ego will always stay a part of you, but you have to control the beast within yourself, you know what I'm saying. You have to work with it, not against it. Pain is in your mind, and it's just a thought. Your soul is infinite, so this body is just, you know what I'm saying, a 3D physical body, so it doesn't really affect you or anything after its death, you know what I'm saying. So pain is just really a thought, you know what I'm saying, if you really understand me when I say that. So I teach you how to make a kiki, turmeric, ginger, apple cider vinegar, and squeeze of lemon drops. It really a good detacher. Boiled ginger, lemon, ginger, honey, cane sugar, and orange. That's a good drink to have for detox. If you're like performing, like if you don't have sex with your knees or standing up, it blocks your thrusting power. But squat when you do it, just like how you know, kids be laying on their legs, just like that. Strengthen your legs and ground in nature, you know what I'm saying, not on the bed. Each step you actually close yourself off, like I told y'all. It's called the thymus center, which is your heart chakra, your heart space. It closes off your center when you like one like that, and your spine is wet, so it blocks energy. Keep seeds from fruits and vegetables, because you know what I'm saying, you can replant them. Yeah, I'll tell you about that. Then I have one more. Body is one system, like a flex muscle, but everything is one big vessel. Use all of your body. Like I said, arms direct flow of energy in all the top half of your body, and your feet on the bottom half of your body. Like I said, I always show y'all how to run with all your bodies. The aliens all live within us. It's foreign, not of us. It includes food, since it's so dense. You know what I'm saying? That's why they making lab meat. That's why they making all these unhealthy food. And I'll be having a video talking about the Travis Scott meal in another video. You know what I'm saying? we are the aliens getting trapped in the 3D. You're choosing how you want to die and how you want to feed these parasites. So if you keep feeding unhealthy and everything, then you're just feeding these parasites, like, you know what I'm saying, with like bacteria and nasty stuff, you know what I'm saying. So if you feed your parasites with healthy stuff, then they'll go away, you know what I'm saying. Get dissolved water with some lemon. It's good to energize your body. Everything we eat and drink is poison, like I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, because it lowers our vibration. Or just like the foods, you know what I'm saying, the foods at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, even if it's like fruits and vegetables, you know what I'm saying, it didn't really come from Mother Nature. It came from a building, a manufacturer, you know what I'm saying. So who knows what they be doing with these fruits and vegetables. But yeah, water has capacity to store life, you know what I'm saying, since the water is alive, you know what I'm saying. Cold liquids actually slow down the functions of stomach, and it lessens the activity of the heart. So that's why I said so many people say like drink hot water to expand your DNA, and it really like slow down your heart, you know what I'm saying. That's why so many people have heart problems, or like brain freeze and all that type of heart freeze and all that type of stuff like that. Boiling water is removing the life out of water, you know what I'm saying. So if you boil water and you're trying to drink it, you have to do that 2-cup movement and just like switch it in and out. Everything in the supermarket didn't come from nature or from your body. Like I said, drink hot water. It activates your stomach, breaks down mucus, and drink water with negative charge and life energy. The moon is I already told you all about the reincarnation with the moon. It's like Cosmo and Wanda from Timmy Turner are guardian angels, spirit guides, and spirit angels. Like honestly, like in the 5D, like I can't wait to be a guardian angel, spirit angels, and like a guardian angel for like other forms of life. And like, you know what I'm saying, I just experience everything and see how they experience life. It's like I want to be a guardian angel for like a lot of people, like straight up. Definitely for like other realms, since we are the new Anunnaki, once we have our times is up and we build like a new creation and they become the new Anunnaki, then you know what I'm saying, that'll be cool. A cure for any disease is food and what you drink and consume with all your senses, you know what I'm saying. If you keep watching TV, you know what I'm saying, love and hip-hop, it just lowers your vibration, you know what I'm saying. You eat junk food, then you become sick, you get medicine, and now it's always stuck with you because you've never really cured it, because this medicine is just a coping method, just like drinking and alcohol and smoking. It's just a coping method, but it's never really getting rid of the cure. You have to do that inner work within yourself. Food be low in your vibration. Doesn't matter if it's healthy foods, we are not meant to eat because you know, our souls. And yeah, that's how you hack the matrix, you know what I'm saying. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below, and catch y'all out in the next one. Peace out to you for listening. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for clicking the button. Thank you for subscribing with the bell. Much love. Hope you enjoy.